Packed in here at Nissan Stadium, not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Second down, Gordon once more. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't want plays to be broken.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Now to the air, Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Locke to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Taking it about the 16. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Check, check, check. Out, out. Tiger.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Now a first carry for Derek. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, teams. Big series right here. We got to step it up. March 47. March 47. Hip. Hey. Big ass. Hey. Switch.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check three. Hey. On
3rd down, Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
No score after one on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Henry out of the pistol. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Push him back. Push him back. Play. Check. Hurry.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 3.
What we got? March 47. That's right, baby.
Henry running right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? It in. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked out by Christian Fulton. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A first down carry for Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw again on second down. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Judy as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range, but they're going to go for it. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Henry. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Foreman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go. 28. Deep. Shit.
On 2nd down, Foreman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Henry, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So that one will be accepted. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 2. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's not going to get the 1st down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Locke. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Locke. Got one. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Finding Green complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch gears. Switch gears.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And the reception made by Green. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Tennessee. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. They give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Titans are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Pull it good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 39, Locke. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try for Locke. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, let's focus.